Well, people are not homeless because they want to be, generally. They really want to be a part of something and to have security. And sometimes because of economic reasons or because of health reasons or whatever, that particular opportunity is taken away from people.
When a young person gets out of foster care, they're just on the street. And hearing the statistic of how many of them had gotten into the homeless cycle.
All of us at some time in our lives need help. We all can get ourselves into situations that we find where we don't know how to get out of it, we don't know what to do, we don't know where to turn.
Homeless isn't a bunch of winos or whatever a lot of people think. It's a bunch of people just down on their luck. These days people are getting laid off right and left. It's a tradesman who gets his truck stolen with all his tools in it. And he's got to get out to Tracy to get to work. He can't get to work. He's got no tools. He misses a paycheck, and it just starts down. And to see them get the chance to start again is very important to me.
You might know us by another name, the Tri-City Homeless Coalition. After all, we've been one of Alameda County's leading provider of sustainable housing solutions for people at risk for homelessness for over 20 years. We've come a long way from the first time when we implemented our innovative plan to provide shelter for people who had nowhere to live, in churches, on a rotating schedule during the cold winter months. When we built Sunrise Village in Fremont back in 1993, it was one of the first shelters in the country designed and built from the ground up as a shelter for families and single adults. Sunrise Village still houses 66 people for up to 3 months. That's 264 individuals in any given year.
This program was the only program that really helped you if you were wanting to be helped. And it really was the only program that you could get assistance in and use the networks that they have and the resources they have to find housing and to really make it if you want to make the change.
It's like they treat you on a personal level. I've been through a few social service type things, and with Abode, I'm not a number, I'm a human being, and they talk to me and treat me like an equal. It's beautiful people.
It was 20 years ago when a group of Tri-City church congregations mobilized to support and address the growing need for services to families and individuals who have no place to live.
We've grown and matured as an organization since those early days. And as fond as we all were of our historic name, the Tri-City Homeless Coalition simply no longer accurately described the structure of the organization or the range of communities we serve.
For years we were focused on the problem, which is what you do when you start addressing a problem. You say, homelessness needs to be solved. Let's call ourselves the Tri-City Homeless Coalition. Let's go out and solve that. And like warriors, you go out and you solve it. Now we're at a point where we're saying, okay, we know what works, we know what doesn't work. We look to other communities. We've been looking at other communities and see what works there. And it comes up over and over again that it's about creating a home for people who are homeless.
Our new name, Abode Services, focuses on the concept of home rather than homelessness, on the solution rather than the problem, and it reflects more accurately the forward-looking philosophy we have adopted, our supportive services approach, and the concepts of stability and sustainable results.
We were just regular, average, everyday people. We ended up having a son that became terminally ill, and it could happen to anybody. And at that point, we were put into a predicament to where we were going blind into this. And without these resources and without the community letting you guys set up this establishment and keep this establishment running, we wouldn't have had a chance.
There becomes a time in life when we can get desperate enough that we get into what I call survival mode. And when you reach out and you want to survive, who's there and what do you grab onto and where's that rope? And I think Abode Services provides that rope when people are willing to reach out.
We that have the means to help others need to reach out with that while we can, because next week we may not be able to do that. And we feel that as long as we've been involved in the program, that it is vital to this area and to the folks that are in this position.
The vision was to provide an immediate need. And the exciting thing is that as those needs were provided, the vision kept expanding and said, we can do more, we can do more.
If you have what you have, if you are blessed, look next door. Look at the need. Look at the families who are out in the street. Look at the children who are looking for the stable housing. Go help them out.
Their situations are so close to most people. It's just that little bit that pushed them over the edge, you know, where they didn't have a home. And sometimes it doesn't take a whole lot, but it takes some effort to just get them back on track and get them going. And you know, just to see that happen, and you know, not see lives wasted is worth it.
Not only are you giving these people a home, you're also giving them a chance at life. You know, they could go to school, vocational training and stuff. It transforms lives, and what's more precious than a human life?
I would encourage anybody to get involved, because anybody's involvement, from little to big, makes situations like mine and my family's possible to do it over again. You know, most people only have one chance. We were given a second. The public support and the people who do support make this happen, and it's proof by my family that it does work.